Maybe you've been changing in ways nobody can see, still showing up, still answering messages, still smiling when people ask if you're okay. But inside, something has been shifting quietly. And maybe you're wondering if any of it matters. Maybe you've been carrying exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. The kind that comes from overthinking every decision, from comparing your life to people who seem so far ahead, from trying to hold yourself together while feeling like you're falling apart. You've probably told yourself, I should be doing more. I should be further along. I shouldn't feel this lost. But what if the problem isn't that you're behind? What if you've just been fighting battles that no one else can see? Some battles don't leave bruises. They leave silence. They leave doubt. They leave nights where your mind refuses to rest. And the hardest part is that quiet change rarely feels impressive. When a tree grows, you don't hear it. When a wound heals, you don't watch it happen. When a person becomes stronger, it usually happens in ordinary moments that nobody notices. The morning you got out of bed even though you didn't want to. The day you kept working while your heart felt heavy. The moment you chose not to give up, even when quitting seemed easier. Those moments matter, more than you think. Because progress isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a whisper. Sometimes it's simply surviving a season you thought would break you. And maybe that's what this chapter is. Not a failure, not a dead end, a season of becoming. I know it can feel frustrating. You want visible results, you want certainty, you want proof that all this effort is leading somewhere. But the most important changes often happen before there is any proof, before confidence appears, before success appears, before anyone notices. Think about who you've become already. You have survived days that once felt impossible. You have made it through disappointments that took your breath away. You have carried pain and still found a way to keep moving. That is not weakness. That is strength being built in silence. And here's the truth I need you to hear. You do not need to become a completely different person. You do not need to have everything figured out. You only need to stop abandoning yourself every time life gets difficult. The person you're trying to become is not created in one dramatic moment. They're created every time you choose to keep going. Every time you take one more step. Every time you refuse to let a hard season convince you that your story is over. So if all you did today was breathe through the anxiety, get out of bed, go to work, study, heal, or simply make it through the day, that counts. That matters. That is quiet change. One day, the growth that feels invisible right now will become impossible to ignore. One day, you'll realize that while you were worried about not moving fast enough, you were actually becoming someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you had ever been before. And when that day comes, you'll look back at this version of yourself with compassion. Not because you had all the answers, but because you kept going without them. So tonight, take a deep breath. You are not failing. You are changing quietly. And quiet change is still change.